Hello, I'm Miranda Stern. I'm Head of Learning at the Fitzwilliam Museum in Cambridge, which is one of the University of Cambridge museums, a family of the 8 museum collections and also the Botanic Garden that are part of the University of Cambridge. So our museums are all situated in the city of Cambridge, but we want to welcome people not just from Cambridge and not just from the wider region, but visitors from all over the world to come and enjoy some of the amazing things we look after. So the museums go from A to Z, from archaeology and anthropology through to zoology, via lots of other amazing kinds of collections as well. So, for example, we have the Sedgwick Museum of Earth Sciences, which is definitely where you should go if you want to see dinosaurs and also other kinds of fossils. We have collections from the distant past of kind of human creativity, both at the Museum of Classical Archaeology and the Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology. We have things that tell tales of exciting explorations at the Polar Museum, and we have amazing objects from the history of science at the Whipple Museum of the History of Science, and then our living collections at the Botanic Gardens. And the museum I work in looks after collections of art going across millennia, right from ancient Egypt up to the present day. So a typical day for me in my job involves coming into the museum and thinking about how we can make the museum an exciting place for lots of different audiences. So I'm head of learning, and that means I'm really lucky. I have a whole team of people I look after, and each of those people is really expert in working with a different audience group. So a lot of you might have visited museums when you were in primary school. Some of you might still visit them in secondary school. And a big chunk of my job is looking after the team who welcome all the different school visits and planning what will make the museum an interesting place to learn for children of all different ages and for their teachers. So for me, one of my favourite things about my job as head of learning is that, like so many people working in creative industries, I get paid to do what I love all day and to kind of share my passion with other people. And I hope that lots of you will find careers in creative industries where you basically get to turn your passion into your employment. So our creative brief for you is to come up with an idea for an exhibition drawing on the collections of at least 2 of our University of Cambridge museums. So I want to talk a little bit about what I mean by an exhibition. So a lot of you will have visited museums and you'll have wandered around and you'll have looked at the displays and looked at the objects and looked at the information. When we talk about exhibitions, what we mean is making a selection of those objects and combining them and presenting them back in a particular way to explore particular stories or to draw out particular themes or to help people learn particular things. So it's about making a selection of objects and thinking about how they come together to tell a particular story and who that might appeal to. So for your response to our exhibition creative brief, what we're going to ask you to do in the end is to present back to us an exhibition proposal and essentially kind of make a pitch for your exhibition idea, to share that idea with, the decision takers at the museum. And so we'll be asking you to share back to us your ideas on a number of areas. So starting with being clear about who your target audience are, explaining what the theme or topic is that you've decided will appeal to them and how you came to that decision, sharing with us your object list, but also then the narrative and story you're hoping to draw out through those objects, sharing with us how you're going to interpret and share information about those objects, including through labels, but also thinking about whose voices you want to bring in, thinking about any design decisions that you'd want to make in relation to your exhibition, and also how you would market and publicise your exhibition to your target audiences. So you'll bring together all that information, all those decisions you've made, all that thinking you've done, tell us how you made those decisions and pitch your idea back to us to get us excited about the exhibition concept you've come up with. So that's your creative brief. We are here to help and support you along the way and get you access to the people and the information and the collections that you might need. And we're just really looking forward to seeing what you come up with. We think you're going to have much better ideas than we have. So good luck and enjoy.